Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to hour number 2 of Die Party Friday Night Fights. We got a great lineup for the first battle. I don't fucking know who it is, but Arthur, you're about to tell us. What do we got?
So, Friday Night Fights, we start in New York City. And we got the zoom in, and it's like, tonight's program is sponsored by Cheerios. Dangerously cheesy. And we come down to the match in progress. In the ring is Cowboy.
Oh, shit.
Cowboy, what's your entrance like? Because this is like your first time since Spring Slam, right?
Yep.
So how are you coming out?
I'm kind of like, okay, we talked about the music and the video and everything.
Yep.
And I'm kind of like coming out running out with my knees up, so I'm like a cantering horse, basically. And with the horns, of course.
And then everybody else does the horns too, at you.
And then I will, go down the entrance ramp, slapping some hands.
Yeah.
And if I can grab a microphone.
Yeah, go ahead. Are you cutting a promo here?
I will. I will do one or two things here.
Okay.
First off, I will be. I will say, "Hello, New York."
Here's the thing: you don't have to say the move. You just tell me what you're doing, and I'll let you know. I'm guessing you're about to hit Cheap Heat, though.
I am about to hit Cheap Heat.
All right, give yourself a momentum. We'll explain this in a moment.
Okay.
All right, you have 2. Hello, New York. Let's go.
Yeah, it's great to be in the home of the New York Yankees, my favorite team, and I am 100% sure they're gonna win the Stanley Cup this year.
You just the whole audience is like boo, boo.
What? Is that wrong?
I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Are you adding anything else? Because that's really just Cheap Heat.
I'm good with that for now.
Okay. So Cheap Heat is once per session. You can mention, praise, or insult the audience or their hometown and gain +1 momentum. And so that's, a classic wrestling move. So there's 2 moves that you can basically do anytime. Any player is cut a promo, which is pick up a mic and talk. And so if you're not in the match, you'll just appear on like the Titantron and be like, I think this match sucks and here's why. Or you can run in, which is when you interrupt a match in progress and things get pretty tangled up. If you feel like you haven't been shown enough or you just want to cause some trouble, do a run in. Just to be like, Arthur, stop the match. I'm running in.
I heard it was the I'm bored move.
Yeah, it's the I'm bored move.
Yeah.
You feel like you're not doing enough this time? Run in.
All right.
If I'm describing an NPW match versus NPW and you're like, I want to get in on that, or maybe you just want to stand at the edge of the match and watch creepily for some reason, you can do it.
Can I be ringside at the announcer table?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, normally you can have anybody at the announcer table. The players will play in NPW, but I'd actually like our players to play as their characters. So do you want to be the announcer for this match? You'd be working with me to, announce the match.
Okay, and am
That's the thing.
I my character or am I an announcer?
You're in character, so you show up at the table with the main announcer, who is me, James Jives.
Can I be the ref?
Not for this match.
No, I don't think that's
special.
within Wolf's character to be at the announce table, but I think Rooster would do that.
No, totally.
If you have a beef.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, being at the announcer's table is huge, and if there was ever a match between Wolf and Rooster, between Cowboy and Rooster, you would be the only person to go to the announcer table. Do you want to have a go-to NPW? Do you want to just be some generic guy at the announcer table?
Couldn't
you just be? What's your non-Wolf name?
Clarence.
Do you want to just be Clarence at the table?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's
It's
see how
fine
it
if you
works.
don't want to. So here's why being the announcer is important. As we mentioned before, you can get 3 types of roles: 6 or lower, 7 to 9, 10 plus. Once per match, per player, the announcer can put them over by being like, "Whoa, that move!" So, like, let's say you really messed up a roll and you just like drop the guy you were trying to pin and you make it look bad. The announcer could be like, "That was amazing! Look at that fantastic pin!" And everyone would be like, "I guess so." You bump them up one section, and you can do that to each person involved in the match once.
So you can potentially do it just to like generate hate with the opponent that you want to generate hate with. Like for
No,
example,
it's not
if
to
I
generate
was-
heat. It's to
Okay.
make them not fail.
Okay, so if
On the other hand, if you have legitimate beef with someone, you could withhold putting them over and just basically sit at the announcer's table with your arms crossed and be like, "Hey, you know what, buddy? Screw you."
I mean, like, because I'd imagine if Rooster was doing the announcing right now, he has some serious beef with Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be like, he'd come out and he'd be sitting there like this, with mask on, and he'd be like, maybe the other guy does like a kick on him, and he's just like, "That was a fantastic kick." You know, like
So we need to decide who is the announcer for this match. Which one of you wants it more?
I will do. I'll do
All
the
right,
announcement.
Clarence.
Yeah.
So we have the camera. We're following Cowboy as he comes in, and then we zoom in on the announcer table, and it looks like Ryan Seacrest, and he's like, "Good evening, everyone. I'm James Jives, and I'm here joined with Clarence. Clarence, how are you feeling after Spring Slam?"
Hungry.
"Oh man, you know that pinfall looked pretty bad. Didn't you get the super drop kick to the chest?"
Maybe I don't remember a lot from that night. It was a little hazy.
So Jives like slaps you on the chest, Ric Flair style, and he's like, "Did that hurt?"
Did what hurt?
Okay. And then he's looking at you, and James is like, "Clarence, where's his opponent?"
What?
And then the audience is like, "Over here, over here." And you see this guy in a wizard hat and blue wizard robes who's reading a book, and the audience is like, "Over here." And the spotlights are coming down. And he's like,
This is like
"Clarence."
the thing where the spotlight can't find him.
Yeah, yeah. He's like,
They're
"Clarence,
all over the place.
is that the wizard in the audience?"
Yeah, looks like it. There he is.
So the wizard is this absent-minded professor who's like a very highly technical wrestler who brings this mystique of being like an actual wizard. His finishing move is a version of the Asian fog, where instead of like spitting liquid at people, he's got like one of those Sherlock Holmes, you extend your wrist and it sprays something out, and then he snaps his fingers and it ignites, and it's like he's casting fire at someone. Super illegal, which is why he's a heel.
Well,
a lot of heels in this industry.
Full disclosure, that was my original idea, was being a wizard.
Being a wizard.
But then I saw
Okay.
it in the MPW list. I was like, well, I can't do that now.
All right, so the audience is shoving the wizard toward the stage. He's like, "Hey, everybody, how's it going?" He like adjusts his glasses and his hat.
Everybody, I'm the wizard.
So he shows up on stage, and it's like the theme from My Little Pony is playing. And he's like, "Friendship is magic, everybody. Friendship is magic." And then he's like, bam! And flames come out of his robes. And he's like, "No, it's time to roast some beef."
It's very strange, man. James.
All right.
James.
So he's got his back to you, Cowboy. You are in control of the match. And if we're looking at the Worldwide Wrestling basic moves on your play aids, if you're following in your PDFs, what would you like to do?
Aids you got from the website for free. What was that
Indeed.
website again, Arthur Perkins?
That website was drivethroughrpg.com, or you can grab it on the creator's website at ND Pauletto Designs.
Nice.
By the way, Dave, didn't I hear that Humble Bundle was offering the Total War package? I saw some pretty great stuff, including Total War 2 Shogun. So good. Back to the match in progress. Cowboy, what's happening? The wizard has his back to you.
Is he in the ring?
He is in the ring with you, and because he is a heel, you have 1 heat with him starting.
Okay. I, being a face, will wait for the bell to ring.
All right, the bell goes off, but the wizard is still reading a book. Got his back to you.
Okay. Well, if he's going to take me that lightly, I am going to take him out at the knees with a chop block. Just drop to my knees and basically slam my arm across the back of his knee joints.
That sounds like a wrestle move. If you're, or
That's
are you doing more than just that?
I'm going to do more than just that.
Okay, let's keep going.
Then I'm going to leapfrog over him, children's game style, just to be humiliating. And then I will quickly consult the moveset or rather I should say the move set that I designed for my character.
I feel like I was just punching the balls.
All right, I'm out. See you later.
Then I will, from my hands and knees, I will back kick him in the face. And one more big thing. I will stand up and I will do a double knee drop on the back of his head.
Damn, dude, that's whoa.
Is that a power move?
I think it'd be work. Could be look. I don't know.
What page are you guys reading this on, by the way?
So it's on the play aids, page 1. I'm not sure where it is in the normal PDF.
It's just basic move.
Yeah, it's a basic move. So yes.
Okay.
So I don't know. Either work or look. Up to you.
I'm thinking work. You're wrestling.
Okay. Have
Fuck it out.
So -1.
Clarence, what do you have to say about this while we're here?
That the cow's got potential, but he's not putting it to good use.
And so James is like, "Oh, did you see that leapfrog? That was incredible. I've never seen anyone leave their groin area so undefended. Where does the wizard in all of this? He's just getting tossed around." David, did you just roll 2-1? Oh, you got a 2.
Modified 2, yes. So
Clarence, are you going to put him over on this one?
Which means what again?
You'll bump him up to a 7 to 9, or you can just let him swim down there in the horrible land of 2.
Oh, save it. Save it. We got more matches to go.
I'm not helping him. He's dinner.
Oh, okay. So you go to make your move. You lose a momentum in the process, and he gains it. He gains control of the match, and he Irish whips you into the ropes. You Irish whip him, and then he reverses it once more and clotheslines you in the process. And then he sprinkles some dust in your eyes while the ref isn't looking.
Is he wearing like a robe? Like
yeah, he's wearing a robe the whole time.
That's
still got his
intense.
wizard hat on.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. And so he's like walking around. He's like, "New York! This will be the sanctuary of my new arcane refuge." And then he turns to you and he's like, "You ready to do this, cowboy? You good?"
Yep.
It's like, okay. He passes control of the match back to you.
Are there a lot of wizards in New York City, James?
So James is like, I wouldn't have said so, but it sounds like the wizard is setting up shop here. It's hard to say. Clarence, do they have dark magic where you come from, down in the swamp?
The darkest of magic.
So they're just nodding, and then we cut back to the stage where the cowboy is about to
stagger to his feet, rubbing his eyes, then turn to face the wizard, and pull his hat down over his eyes.
Oh, okay.
And then, as we say in Toronto, domey him, which is basically to his face with the hat covering it. And I'll keep that up for a while, and I guess I could roll on look for that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you're showcasing your gimmick for sure.
Not D20. Not D20. 2D6.
2d6 plus your stat.
Damn.
An 8. Okay. You hit it pretty well. Pick one. Retain control and transition to the next sequence, or give your opponent control and gain a momentum.
I will retain control.
Okay.
I will. The audience is probably...
Before you go on, we need to do the audience section.
Okay.
Clarence, you're just going no.
Yeah. Well, no.
And
that
James
was,
is like, look at that audience. Oh man, they're getting pretty worked up. Is that the Canadian Chrome Dome?
Canadian Chrome Dome.
He looks at you. He's like, Clarence, is this move even legal? Where is the ref in this match?
I look around, confused.
All right, you're back up.
All right. While he is recovering from that, I am going to again go into my canter around the ring, and as the audience is clapping and cheering for me, I'm going to raise my hands and clap and start chanting, fans, 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 basically clapping for the fans, which I take to be a work the audience.
Yeah, you're pumping it up. Okay, roll plus audience. What's your audience again? You have an audience of +2. And you just dumpstered it. Clarence, you going to jump in here? Going to help this player out, or are you going to
No, leave him.
leave him? All right, you try to work the audience. You can't. They're not feeling it, and people are booing you. They're throwing, like, slushies on the stage. One of them hits the edge of the ring, and some ice water comes out. And someone's like, go back to where you came from. And someone else is like, the Stanley Cup sucks! Hockey is stupid!
All right, not a strong start for me.
Right.
I'll visibly laugh at him, though.
You're going to laugh at him? All right.
I will turn control back over to the wizard for now.
All right. So the wizard stands up, and he does his audience thing, and they love it. He's like, New York! Instead of this cowardly man, we shall raise an empire state of terrible tricksters. And everyone's like, yay, wizard, we love you! And the wizard's like, yes! Now watch this! And he like does something to the ref, and the ref's like looking one way, and with his other hand, he throws more dust in your face. And then he locks an arm with you and starts punching you in the stomach, and while he's close, he's like, hey man, this isn't really working out for you. I think the audience is against you. You wanna wrap this up soon, or you got something big to pull out?
We can wrap it up soon.
Okay. So he checks in with. So how this goes is I reveal the end of the match, what you were booked to have. Originally, the booked winner was Cowboy, but the crowd is so turned against him, they call an audible. And they want the wizard to win. Are you going to fight that? You could turn heel and immediately use a heel move and win the match.
I would need 2 momentum to be able to do that.
Oh. It hurts. Okay.
Yep. I have to go along at this point.
So the wizard uppercuts you out of this hold he's got you in. He puts his wrist back right in your face and sprays you with this particulate, and he snaps his fingers, and this wave of fire comes over your face. And you're like, ah! And he locks you into a Boston crab.
Is that the one where you got like your legs behind your back, but you got like you're sitting on his chest sort of thing, and you're like, ugh.
It's actually in the
In the rule book somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the rule book. They have the pictures of all of them.
Yeah, they draw like really cool stuff in the rule book to like
Yeah.
show like pinning moves and wrestling moves and stuff. But like, oh, there we go, Boston Crab. No, yeah, I see it. It's basically imagine a guy laying chest down under the thing, and he's basically like lifting up his legs but like leaning backwards, and you have the Boston Crab basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the process, the wizard's like talking to the crowd. He's like, they call this the Boston Crab, but I call it the New York Beef. And everyone's like, yeah, Wizard! Woo! And everyone's like, boo! Cowboy sucks! Go back to where you came from! And Jives turns to Clarence and is like, Clarence, I'm just shocked at this turn of events. Isn't Cowboy supposed to be one of your bigger rivals here?
He says, yeah, cheater versus a coward. I don't even know why I'm out here. And then can I tear my headset off and walk away?
Like, when you say that, the wizard points a finger at you and, like, follows you as you walk.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to say something before you go? Do you want to, like, cut a promo and just be like, Wizard, this is what I think? That would be doing
sure.
work. So what do you have to say to the wizard before you storm off?
Do I grab a mic?
Yeah. No, mics are everywhere, man. They just magically drop from the sky.
He like
Hey.
a mic comes out of like if it looks like this, right?
You open your mouth, you pull a microphone out from inside of it.
Yeah, I'll say, Wizard, you're a cheat, and do I have to? I'm just saying whatever I think.
Is that it? You're just gonna be like, Wizard, you're a cheater. That's fine. Roll plus luck. Let's see how it goes.
No, I'll say, Wizard, you're a cheater and a weakling who depends on parlor tricks and sleight of hand to win your matches.
When you're saying this, the lights kind of flicker, and James is like, Clarence, they've been having technical problems all night, and your mic's like cutting in and out while you're talking. But roll plus look.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, 7 to 9. You get to pick any one of those options.
What's your look at? I'm curious.
Zero.
Zero? Yeah.
So you can force a match. You can add a stipulation to a match in the future. Gain momentum or gain heat with the subject.
Let's do. So momentum gives me what again? Just on the next time.
Momentum gives you like currency to spend while doing moves.
Okay, and that's versus him.
No, momentum is always. You just have it for any of your matches.
I'll take momentum. I just like being not very nice.
All right, the crowd kind of gets behind it, and they're like, "Whoa, did Wolf just throw down with Wizard?" And then you walk off, and they're like, "The crowd is behind Wolf right now. It seems like he kind of stole some of Wizard's limelight." And James Jives is like, "That's right, Terry. Now, back to our sponsor for the night." And it's like, in a world, one man stands against the darkness of AI heresy. Join Victor Kovacs, Mr. Sakarian, Wilbur Higgins III, and Peony Pick in Swan Song, Season 1 on Fox.
God damn it.
I know you like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. There's more where that came from. And so they cut back, and like the lights are flickering all over the place in the arena, and then everything suddenly goes out, and there's like people with their phones out, and there's this ominous music that's playing. I'm actually gonna put it in the chat for you.
Oh,
It's
hang on. You gonna play it?
No, I'm putting it in the chat for the viewers, and for those at home, you can pause this video right now and go load up O Fortuna from Carmina Burana. And then you play it right as a spotlight drops in the center of the ring, and like O Fortuna is playing super loud. There's actually people out there singing it, and we see the Reaper with his new look. He's got like a broad black Undertaker's hat, and he's wearing like a bandolier, a double bandolier, and like a leather trench coat, standing 7 feet tall, and he's just face down holding his scythe. And in the crowd, you can see now as the lights start coming on, there's men in like skeleton costumes with like skeleton face. So like they're in sweatshirts and they have like skeletons on them. These are his bones from the Bone Squad. And at the announcer's table sits Scythe, who is part of the Bone Squad. He's the second lieutenant to Reaper. And the Reaper's like, I've come now for the souls of the wicked one who believes he knows better than me. And he stands up at the 4 turnbuckles and does the crossbones to the crowd. And they're all like, Reaper! Yeah! And then he like holds his hand out. And you see this green flash from one of the bones, and he falls to the floor, and the Reaper's like, I will gain the power to win this match. And then the lights are fully back on now. And the Titantron comes on. There's this, like, salt and pepper beard professor in, like, a tweed jacket with, like, one of those pipes. He's smoking on, and he's like, oh, hello there. Guess you didn't know it was me, Professor Atomo. I've come for revenge on you, the Reaper. And then we see Atomo, instead of in, like, the tweed, he's now in, like, he's pot-bellied, and he's got his, just, like, spandex, like, 1970s, 1980s wrestling outfit on from when he first started. And it looks ridiculously tight on him. And he comes out, and it's playing Getting Stronger Now from Rocky 1 when he's doing the training. And he comes down, and, like, there's sparklers everywhere doing, like, the American flag. And he's like, yeah, Atomo, Professor Atomo, the dean of wrestling science. And you hear one side of the crowd goes, wrestling, and the other side goes, science, wrestling, science. Yes, I know there's a lot of talking. We are introducing these characters because they'll be important later in the show.
Good. This is a good part.
Remember, anytime if you guys want, you can run in or cut a promo. But we get to the match. Scythe comes forward and takes the scythe off of Reaper. And they begin their match. And Atomo picks up a mic and is immediately like, New York, I have come here to teach everyone that wrestling science is the greatest of all things. And then he like snaps his fingers, and the nerds come out. So the nerds are from the New Energy Research and Division Scientific. And they all wear tweed jackets and like and scientist outfits, and they're like battling the bones in the audience, in the outside the ring, and like everything's going to chaos. And Atomo is like, remember, Reaper, if your feet leave the ground, it's not wrestling science. And they just start going at it. They're heavy-hitting slams and all this stuff. So the match passes by. James Jives is announcing it. Scythe is mostly quiet. And then one of the bones distracts the ref. Scythe goes under the ring and pulls out a table and then slides it into the match and sets it up while the ref is distracted. Reaper grabs Atomo by the neck and just holds him up. And he's sitting there, he's struggling, he's kicking, and Reaper's like, so, if your feet leave the ground, it's not wrestling science. And you can see the professor, he's like, my power is draining. And Reaper climbs to the turnbuckle and chokeslams him onto the table. And the ref turns around and is like, 1, 2, 3, he's done. And the crowd is like, boo, disqualification, cheater. And Reaper's like, his soul is mine. Then we cut backstage to where Wolf, no, I'm sorry, we got to go with the person who has been here, Rooster Lyme, you've just gotten into costume, and they've got like an intern out there who's doing like a candid backstage with you, and he's like, hey, Rooster, Mr. Rooster Lyme, did you just see the match with Atomo and Reaper?
No.
He's like, what are your thoughts on the beef between the Bone Squad and the Nerds?
Their beef is but their own. Excuse me.
He's like, but wait, and then like you walk out there, and then as you like continue to walk out, you come out on stage. Tell us about your intro.
So my intro is basically it goes like dark, and then there's like lights coming down the alleyway where you walk, or the catwalk, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then this is a big flash of light, and I'm standing there, and I come out, and I'm just like, yeah, the rooster has arrived. And then I walk down the walk down the thing, shadow boxing, playing up the crowd, waving my hands in the air and that sort of stuff. And I grabbed the mic. I grabbed a mic, I guess.
Okay.
And what was the name of the show that we did previously? SummerSlam or something?
Yeah, Spring Slam.
Spring Slam, okay. I grabbed the mic and I'm like, who wants to see a repeat of the Spring Slam? And I raised my hand up in the air. And I
the crowd is like, yeah, Rooster Lyme. I kind of like that guy, I guess. He's okay.
And I was like, and I bring the mic back down and I wait for the crowd to be quiet. And I'm like, I'm willing to fight anybody who's willing to fight the Rooster. And then I drop the mic, and then I slide into the ring, and I cross my arms and I just look at the entranceway, waiting for someone to come out.
The camera. Well, so while you're doing that, the camera 360s around, or 180s around. Sorry, Xbox 360s around. It's 720 McFarties around, and goes to the announcer table where we see a slightly beaten up Cowboy sitting next to James Jives, and James is like, "Well, Cowboy, how do you think your last match went?"
You're muted, I think.
You're muted. Yeah.
It went real good, but needs improvement.
I see. I understand you're going to be at the announcer table with me tonight.
Yes, and I also see you didn't use that deodorant I got you. Or should I say smell that you didn't use that deodorant I got you.
The crowd is like, and he looks kind of embarrassed for a moment, and you see like sweat coming down. He pulls out like an old-timey like napkin from one of his suit pockets. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about there. He's like, oh, look, it's starting, and we see Clarence Wolf coming down.
Well,
Clarence,
like
are you in wolf form yet?
No.
Okay, all right.
But I still have there's a lot of wolf imagery in my intro where it's like the full moon goes across the Titantron and there's like a wolf howl and then
Is there an actual wolf? Like, do you come down with like a wolf on a leash?
No.
I'd imagine it's more like he comes down, and you know how boxers wear like clothing before they get into the ring?
Yeah.
I'd imagine
a
Wolfgang is coming in and he's got like that 3-wolf shirt, howling at the moon sort of thing, on top of
I've got like the furs on and stuff.
Oh, you're going that way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You do anything before you step into the ring?
I want to walk around the ring the long way, like stalking prey, and I make real intense eye contact with him.
The audience goes nuts over that.
Yeah. And then I get to the steel steps, and then I go back the other way again.
It's like, you're delaying the inevitable, Wolf. It's going to be a repeat of what we got at Spring Slam.
Jives turns to Cowboy, and he's like, now, Cowboy, did you see what happened at Spring Slam there? I was, as you know, I was in the hospital after I got shut up with LSD backstage during that incident.
Well, at least you enjoyed the trip.
Oh, man. That was good.
Yeah, I saw it, and I don't know. I don't like either of these guys, but this Rooster, he's looking like he's going to be cock of the walk if it's up to him.
Oh. All right. I think, Rooster, you were saying something?
Yeah. Is there a way that I can like play up? Like, what does look get me exactly? What is the look?
So you could cut a promo.
Yeah.
So you could say something you feel, either in or out of character, on stage. Speak your mind.
All right.
And you could get like a new match or a stipulation real quick, or more heat.
You know what? I'm all about generating that heat with Mr. Wolf here.
All right.
So I'm gonna cut a promo if you don't mind.
All right. Tell me about the promo. So what are you saying? Speak your mind.
So basically, while Wolf is doing his laps or whatever, it goes dark, and then the big TV, whatever you call it, Titantron, it starts playing like sad music, and then it shows me just like pinning the absolute shit out of Wolf.
Is it in slow motion?
Yeah, it's like black and white. It's like, and then you hear the announcers go, "Oh my God, he pins him after doing this super double kick attack! Unbelievable!" Yeah, that sort of stuff. And then it just shows me just standing there, like you know how it's got like it slowly fades in. I'm like in the corner, just nodding, and then I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Are you
okay.
ready to see it?
Yeah.
Are you ready to see more? More of this is going to happen tonight. Wolf, you picked the wrong man to come out and fight."
Make that roll.
2d6 plus 3.
Yep. I was gonna say, watch you bomb this still. Oh, okay. You get to pick 2 options. What would you like? You also get +1 momentum, which is gonna bring you up to 2.
So that's okay. So that's making heat, right?
It's cut a promo, and so you get 2 options. You could. Oh, you only get to pick 1 option.
Okay.
You can get +1 heat with the subject of your promo.
Is that okay? So I'm just trying to find the page where this is. That's all. So.
It's the first page of play aids.
I don't have that. I'm sorry. I should.
All right. Let's see if I can find the basic moves here in the.
Yeah. Basic making moves is what I've got. If you open up the tab there, the basics being correct is soft moves.
That's creative.
Oh, okay. Maybe I got the wrong thing here.
No, I mean you've got like the full length PDF with like
Yeah.
162 pages. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the right thing. It's just I got to find the correct part of it. All right, player moves, custom move resolution. All right, here we go. It's on page 150, 149. It's called Cut a Promo.
Okay. 149. Alright, here we go. Cut a promo. Okay, +10, you get to connect with the audience, gain 1 momentum, pick from 1 from 7 to 9 list. Okay.
So you're gaining +1 heat.
Yeah, I'm gaining +1 hit with Wolf.
All right, brings you up to 2.
Yeah, and I get, okay, so yep. 2 with Wolf, and then I get 1 momentum as well.
Yep, bringing you up to 2.
Alright, cool.
All right, I think you start out in control of this match. So what would you like to do?
Well, first things first, I wait for Wolf to actually get in the ring.
Well,
Wolf was in there. He was waiting. Oh, well, he jumps in there, right?
well, I wanted to do like a. I want to like after the movie plays or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you see me and I'm staring at the screen like I'm in another place, like I'm still there, and then I turn around and I look at him and I growl,
Okay.
and then I'll jump on one foot on the steel steps and the other foot on the ring, and then I'll get in the ring.
All right, the match starts as you're getting in the ring. It seems like maybe it was a little early. So you're like still pulling yourself in. It's like ding, ding, ding.
At that point, like if he's pulling himself in, I'm going to grab him by the collar of his fur coat, and I'm going to whiplash him across the ring, and then clothing him if I can.
Okay, you're clotheslining him again.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your whole move? Is just repeating last time?
Yep. I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm reliving the moment that I pinned the Wolf. I'm going to repeat it verbatim.
Now, are you demonstrating extraordinary strength here, or are you just doing work?
Let's go with whatever uses power. So I think strength.
Okay, so this isn't just like a regular clothesline. This is like an enormous clothesline from hell.
Yeah, that's it. I'm teaching him a lesson for coming at me again so early.
All right, roll plus power. In the process, Jives is like, oh my goodness, Cowboy, it looks like they're going for a repeat.
I don't know if that was a clothesline or a full-blown dryer.
So you're not going to put him over on that roll?
Oh, you rolled a 3.
Yeah. You can keep him in the low if you want to.
I'm just looking up what'll happen if I get him up to 7-9.
So it's feats of strength.
Feats of strength. If a 7 or 9, obvious effort, gain 1 momentum, and your opponent
pick
or
it.
creative picks 1. Yeah. You do it with obvious difficulty.
Okay, I don't want him to. I don't want him to have to injure himself. So, yeah, yeah. That I've seen the clothesline from hell. I've seen the clothesline from smell, but I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that.
Okay, so the crowd's behind it. You slam into him, knocking him from his feet, but he practically knocks you over in the process. You do it with obvious difficulty,
Yeah.
and the audience is like, "Oh no, no! What's happening? Can he not pull it off?" And Jives is like, "Oh my goodness! Is he getting back up?" So you're still in control of the match, Rooster, but Wolf is not down for the count.
No, definitely not.
I sort of like I turn around and I look at him and then I'm like, ah! And then so I'm gonna run at him and I'm going to try and pick him up. Like if he's like trying to get up, sort of thing. I'm gonna wrap my arms around his waist and put his head between my legs and lift up his legs up, sort of thing, and then try.
You're going for like a power bomb or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that that's a feat of extraordinary strength. That just sounds like wrestling to me.
Yeah, that just sounds like.
Does everyone want to agree with that?
I'm with
Well, you
that.
can use power on wrestling.
Yeah, you can use
right?
power for wrestling. So yeah, you're not doing anything extraordinary here. So make your wrestling roll using plus power.
Okay. 6. It's not good enough, right?
That is
7
not
to
good
9
enough.
that I need, yeah.
You get countered. You're going to lose 1 momentum, and Wolf is going to gain that. So you're now both at 2.
So did I gain?
You did.
So what's my momentum?
It was 3. It's now 2.
Okay, cool. Yep.
All right. They immediately gain control of the match. All right, Wolf.
Remind me again how momentum works.
You spend it to do stuff. You can spend a momentum to interrupt somebody else while they're talking during a match to take control. So, like, if Dave wanted to right now, like, you could be about to, like, crush him, and then you'd be like, nope, I take control of the match.
Okay.
Okay, so I just have to.
Or you can
right
use
now.
momentum to boost your roll. You can spend it to increase your
Oh,
roll.
yeah, that's what I remembered. That's what I imagined.
You have to say that before you roll, though.
No, you can do it afterwards.
Am I able to use it now?
Yes. We'll just go back 1 for that then.
If
Spending.
that's okay. I mean, like it's I'll spend a momentum.
Okay, so you're still going to drop to 2 anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it makes no sense that I wouldn't not. Do
And
that, so.
you have a 7 and 9. So you hit the move. You're doing pretty well. You power bomb him.
Yeah.
What would you like to pick?
Is that undefeated? No, that's wrestling, right? So
Wrestling.
basic moves.
You can either retain control in transition, or you can give control and gain momentum back.
I give control and gain momentum. I think.
Okay, you sit up at 3 still.
Yeah.
Wolf, you get power bombed. You're dizzy walking out of it. Jives is like, oh my goodness! Where are the refs tonight? Is this even legal wrestling? Cowboy, what are your thoughts here?
Well, they haven't been caught yet, so I guess it's legal.
They haven't been caught.
James is just like, this is extraordinary. Your lack of ethics is astounding.
Have you ever watched wrestling, James?
So while you guys are looking at each other, the camera cuts back to Wolf. Wolf, what are you doing? You're in control now.
Yeah, I want to try and throw him through the ropes out of the ring.
Oh, so you just like you're on the ground. You just get up and you throw him.
Yeah, either that or I trip him and push him out of the ring, and then I roll out myself.
Oh, I'm trying. I mean, is this going to be like an extraordinary powerful move, or is this just a regular wrestling? How showy do you want to make it?
I'm making a statement.
All right, roll plus power, and we'll do feat of strength.
What is your power anyway?
Just
A
one.
lot.
We're getting some things done.
Damn.
Boom.
Damn.
All right, pick 1. You do it easily and gain 2 momentum. You impress your opponent and gain +1 heat.
Again, I'll pick 1.
Yep.
I want to impress the opponent and gain 1 heat with him.
Okay, so according to my tracker, Wolf is now 3 heat with Rooster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you hit that 4 heat, you'll gain an audience. So you pick him up, you throw him out of the ring, right? And then Jives is like, "Oh my! Did I just miss that? Did he just He was on the... How did he from the ground... What? Cowboy, what?
That was big. I have to admit. The wolf's got teeth.
I'd imagine it'd be like when he like tries to pick me up. I'm like, okay, let's do this, and you're like, 1, 2, and then I like jump with you, so it, like
You
looks
spring it,
even
yeah.
better. You know?
Like a D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're still in control of the match.
Yeah, so I do the thing where he's out, and then I roll out underneath the bottom rope, and I walk around the long way,
That starts doing the count.
eyes on him.
All the while,
Yeah,
I'm like, and I'm like, wiping like trying to wipe blood off my mouth or whatever. And I'm just like,
So I get to him. Obviously the ref is counting excruciatingly slowly, and I do like I just want to hit him across the chest a couple of times, and just kind of rough him up a little bit.
Okay.
As you do.
All right. So roll plus power. You're. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not sure it's power. You're not putting him at legit risk, right? You're just doing.
This is
you're
just
just
work.
rolling work. All right, doing work.
Well,
You want to spend some momentum there?
I'll spend that momentum that I got.
How many are you spending?
Just one.
You have
Just get
one.
7,
All right, so you're probably going to lose control of the match. 7 and 9. You hit pretty well. Pick one. Retain control and transition, or give control to your opponent and gain +1.
what's
control.
transition actually?
Yeah, what is transition?
So that would just basically be like you continue doing whatever you were doing.
Okay.
I'll give control back.
All right, you re-up your momentum there. You spend some and you get some.
Yeah.
It's a good move, that one. Yeah.
And Jives is like, Cowboy, thoughts? The audience is like, yeah, woo, wolf, transform, do it! People are like holding up the signs. It's like, bring out the den!
I imagine I'm doing like just the swipes and stuff, and then he pushes me off and takes control.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they both better get back in the ring before they get counted out, because nobody, and I mean nobody, likes a double count out.
The ref's like looking at you while he's doing the count out. He's like,
2.
Yeah. I slide back into the ring and I stand up and I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna like, point at my watch sort of thing and like that I'm not wearing obviously, and just sort of wait out the wolf coming back in, and I listen to the audience and I'm like. I get like some sort of microphone again somehow magically.
they're everywhere.
Yep, and I'm like, the audience is right, Wolf. It sounds like you will need to transform to beat me. And then I like toss it out of the ring.
Okay. Are you
Rooster
working
better
the
be
audience?
careful what he wishes for.
I'm gonna work the audience here.
All right, roll plus audience. What is your audience right now? Your audience is 1. A dangerous game.
8.
Boom! Nailed it! Pick one. Gain +1 momentum or take control of the match.
I gotta get that momentum. I'm already in control, so.
All right, you maintain control of the match as well. You are now at 4 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what happens when you get super high momentum in this game?
Not much. I mean,
much.
you have to spend it at some point. Because
Yeah.
remember, it goes away at the end of the night, so...
Yeah. All right, so I'm just waiting for you to like. I'm like hyping up the crowd, and they're all saying like, "Transform, transform," and I'm just like, "Well."
Well,
You're
you
gonna
got
have to
control.
give him control of the match.
Oh,
you can
okay.
mandatorily, you can voluntarily cede him control if you want.
I will. Yeah, I'll see
Okay.
you in control. Yeah.
All right, Wolf.
Okay, so I'm back in the ring or whatever, and I will do. I'm gonna try to throw him into the turnbuckle,
Okay.
like spin him around and throw him into the turnbuckle to try and stun him enough for me to transform.
All right.
You know,
Okay.
quote unquote, whatever that means.
Sounds like you're doing some. Let me see here. Are you going to transform at the end of it?
Yeah, if I have control.
Okay. So I think that you might be executing an amazing and memorable sequence by using heat with your opponent. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Like the two of you are working together to get this transformed down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll plus heat, and according to my
3.
according to my charts here, Wolf and Rooster, Wolf, you have 3 heat, so that's a great roll for you, man. You hit it pretty well. You can retain control or give control and gain a momentum.
Retain control.
All right, describe the transformation sequence, and then we'll cut to the table.
Okay, so he goes in the turnbuckle, hits his head. He's kind of laying out or whatever, pretending to be stunned. And I howl, and the howl turns into a growl. And then I hunch over forward, and my head's in the ground, and you can't really hear it. There's no mics in here at the time. Maybe there's a boom mic lowering in from the. You can hear.
Oh,
me,
I mean, they probably have
muttering.
something recorded. Like they actually have howling wolves in the background.
Yeah,
going on
yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, and crazed muttering that turns into incoherent growlings, and my elbows are coming out, and the furs that I'm wearing are long gone. I've ripped them off, and I'm hunched over, and then maybe the lights were flickering on and off.
Okay.
And then they come back, and I have I'm down on I've got my 2 legs out, and I'm got one hand on the ground like a football player, like a linebacker, but I have my knees are ready to pounce or whatever, and then I climb up onto the rope, and I get the pouncing motion down, and then I will pounce
Right.
onto him.
So, Cowboy, you're up first in the announcers table this time. What do you want to say?
You seldom see. I've seen a house fly. I've seen a horse fly. I've never seen a wolf fly.
James is just like, this is incredible. I don't know that the electrical grid tonight can handle all this supernatural energy. Wolf is channeling the power of the swamp here. First it was the wizard, then it was the reaper. And then you start this. You're going for your power move, right? You're going through the leap.
Yeah.
So while he's talking, you Rah!
Well, before I actually leap, I have a mic from somewhere.
Oh, okay. All right. You cutting a promo, or are you working the audience?
Is there a fundamental difference?
So cutting a promo would be speaking your mind to your opponent. Working the audience would be talking to the crowd before you leap.
I'm working the audience, and
All right. Tell us what you say.
I say, "How are you doing?" And then I throw the mic that way.
The audience is like, yeah, woo. All right, roll your plus audience.
Yeah, which is 1.
Damn.
The audience is like,
Fine.
we love you, Wolf. Yeah, Wolf.
And then
People
I do
are howling out there.
Yeah, I leap off the ropes and do an elbow drop.
Okay, so you get to pick one. +1 momentum or take control of the match.
Do
So
I not,
basically, you get +1 momentum.
Yeah, +1
Because
momentum.
you're already in control.
Right, so I'm up to 3 then?
I have you at 1.
Okay, then to 2. That's fine.
So 2.
Can I use the momentum to counter this?
Yes, you can interrupt it now.
All right.
So you're taking control of the match?
Yeah, I'm gonna take control of the match as he does his power drop on me.
All right.
So
Roll up.
basically, as he comes down, I'm gonna slap away his elbow, grab him by the back of the neck, and just slam him into the ground.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm thrashing, and as a wolf might do.
Yeah. So what am I rolling for that? Is that power?
Are you trying to demonstrate extraordinary strength? Are you when you slam him down, are you basically curb stomping him in the process?
Yeah, I'm basically making sure that I've got him pinned by the neck to the ground.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Roll the power.
Oh god.
Oh, well,
Maybe I can use the momentum to make it bigger.
you could spend your remaining momentum. You have 3 left. You could blow all of them to push this move over.
I'll put him over.
Ooh.
Okay, tell us. So he fumbles this in the process, like he slams you into the ground and is like stomping you. But the kicks look so fake on TV. But we caught the Cowboy, and Cowboy's like,
That's an incredible cutter. I have never seen a cutter like that. That should get its own hashtag. That should be a meme on the internet. That is amazing. He's really putting the boots to him. If he can beat Wolf in his wolf form, imagine what a feather in the cap that'll be for him.
all right, Rooster, you will gain +1 momentum, and then I get to pick one.
Okay.
And you put yourself at risk of injury.
Okay, that's fine. Like
In the process.
Maybe I like when he came down, he like landed on my arm incorrectly or something like that, and I like threw him to the ground still. But I'm just like, maybe as I do it, I'm just like, oh, and he's like the only person that can hear that is Wolf, sort of thing. So
Are you guys gonna like get together real close and like have a conversation like out of character real quick?
So maybe I've got him like pinned down with my hurt arm, and I got him pinned down. I lean down to him, and I'm just like, what was your outer character's name, Graham?
Clarence.
I'm like, Clarence, I really hurt my arm when I caught you there.
So the ref comes over and he's like, break it up, and the ref leans in. He's like, you guys okay?
He's like, and I'm like waving him off with my other hand, and I'm just kind of like holding it to my side. I'm like,
So he's
Never
like
better.
holding his ear up,
Yeah.
and he's like, it's time for the end sequence, gentlemen.
okay,
The booked winner of this match by fiat of the audience is Wolf. So Wolf,
Yeah.
it's time to narrate how you do this and roll for your finishing move.
Okay. So what happened? He landed on me. He tried to get me down, but I'm so close to the rope that I just grabbed the rope to break the pin or whatever that he was on me, and I kick him off.
Okay.
As per wrestling rules. And let's see. I pushed him off. He is maybe collapsed on the other side of the ring, and then I stand up and I move, and I kind of move back and forth in like a zigzag slowly, and I growl to the audience, and I growl to the other side of the audience, and I snap my teeth that somehow are fangs now because I'm actually magical.
People are like,
I snap my teeth.
Rand.
Yeah. And then I've been moving back and forth, and the next thing that happens, I run back the other way, bounce off of the rope, and leap Superman style at Rooster, and bury my teeth into his neck and rend.
All right, roll 2d6. You get nothing to it.
Don't need it. 3. How about that?
Oh!
Is there
Do
a
you
way-
have enough heat, or do you have enough momentum?
is there a
I
way that
have
I
2
can,
momentum, so no.
is there a way that I can help him with this?
If you were a jobber, you could, but unfortunately, no.
Okay.
You're a heel, right? So if you wanted to, you could override the booking of this match real quick and make yourself the winner. Otherwise, he's going to fail and fail hard.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
Roll for your override. You're spending a momentum to jump in here?
Yeah.
Or no, you're spending your heel momentum.
Okay. Wow.
All right. So you're a heel. You're doing something underhanded. He's doing the Superman leap at you. What was your finishing move?
the double leg kick.
Oh, so he's Supermaning toward you, and you just like distract the ref somehow and just nail him in the face with this illegal move.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to spend 2 momentum,
All right.
and you get to pick one of the following: +1 heat, win the. Okay, so you're gonna win the match, basically. That's it. All right, you just finishing move him in the face, and like we get to cut. This is the audience. The in-game audience doesn't see this. It's just us and our viewing audience. We see like General Manager Dante Inferno. So he looks like a much more beefy, badass version of the Doctor from Firefly. So he's like super buff, and he's like, "What the shit? Did he just wreck my booking?" And then we like cut back to the ring where the ref's got like you down on the ring, and he's like, "The winner is, by knockout, Rooster Lyme! And everyone's like, boo! We hate Rooster! Boo! Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!
That loss is really going to stick in Wolf's craw.
Oh. Oh.
Just trying to make a living.
And it might, all the while, like, maybe the moment, like, my name gets called, fireworks go off and it's real obnoxious and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, super obnoxious, and it's just like, you know, like American anthem starts playing over the fucking loudspeakers or something. And I'm like, chuck a salute, and I'm just like... Yeah.
All right. So what I'd like to do is rush through like an ending non-player wrestler sequence, and then we'll take a break while I write. So this will be the end of tonight's show, and then we'll take a break. We'll come back, and I'll have written the next show.
All right, absolutely.
So a week later. All right. So what happens is we get a couple more fights with some more wrestlers who we'll introduce later. But what's important is
match.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
The Divas match?
Yeah, there's probably a Divas match. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 more matches and like cuts backstage. Sure. But what's important is the last booking, they once again turn off all the lights. And then James Jives comes on. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, I need to introduce General Manager, Dante, Inferno! And like, fire is everywhere. There's like fire coming off the turnbuckles. There's like some sort of sparkler on the ceiling that's like 30 feet wide that's just spraying fire everywhere. There's like this dancing visions of hell, like little imps dancing on the Titantron. And Dante Inferno comes out and everyone's like, we hate you even more! Boo! Dante Inferno. He's like, I love your hatred. Give me your tears. And they do... Sorry, what?
I was just laughing.
Okay. They put a spotlight on him, and he's the only lit thing now. Everything's dark. He goes into the ring. People have their cell phones out, and you can see there are 3 shadowy figures in the ring with him. And then they start doing spotlights all around the outside of the ring. All of you are there, plus all the other wrestlers, except for 3 people. And Dante is like, I'm general manager, Dante. And then you hear, like, in the background, like, they have mechanic like, Dante. And they always do that whenever he says his name. Inferno. And I'm here to tell you what's going to happen at Summer Slam Stravaganza. In 6 weeks, when we're in Key West, Florida on the cruise ship, we're going to have a title match between Frozen Thunder and the #1 contender. You want to earn a title shot? You're going to have to beat one of these 3 people. And then, like, the spotlight switches, and you see Reaper standing there, and he's like, the Reaper! And Reaper's like, yes. The Reaper, the legend, the Bone Squad leader, the Graveyard faction. And then he's like, Professor Atomo. And Atomo's there in his, not in his, like, spandex, but in his tweed outfit. And he's, like, actually sitting in a chair reading a book. And, like, you can see the cover. They zoom in. It says Wrestling Science, 1987. And he, like, closes it, and dust comes out of it in the process. Professor Atomo, the Dean of Wrestling Science. And finally, introducing corporate champion, celebrity, my son-in-law, Joey Crack. And then they highlight this, like mid-30s, like, he looks like he's trying to be a gangster, but he's wearing a suit. But he's got, like, a diamond-studded $ on a gold chain necklace. And he's like, no one can handle 100% pure crack. And everyone's like, yeah, we love crack. I want to do crack right now. And, like, some woman was, like, flashing out in the audience. And everyone's like, whoa, crack. And he's like, I am the corporate champion, Joey Crack. And they, like, then they cut to, like, a quick ad on the Titantron that's like Nike does like Joey Crack patented leather sneakers or something like that, like Jordans, but they're called Cracks.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, he's like, if you want to face the current #1 contender, you're going to have to beat one of us. And then Dante Inferno takes back the mic, and he's like, that's right. And currently, the #1 contender is... And then he like goes to Titantron, and we get a promo of El Chupacabra. So he's like traditional luchador. He looks like Rey Mysterio, kind of.
All right.
Except he's wearing like red and yellow pants, and he's like not a very big guy, but he's totally cut, like completely chiseled. And he's like, no one can beat my chicken wing. I, El Chupacabra, will stomp on all, especially Rooster Lyme. I am coming for you, Lyme. No one will beat Frozen Thunder.
I like it.
And that's like, the audience is going nuts. Everyone's like, El Chupacabra! And then, bam, we're done. All right.
Hang on,
Does
before-
anyone have 4 heat with anyone else?
Before
The
you
answer is
continue,
yes.
I Am the Future.
Yes.
And I made a promise that I would do the same thing to Wolf that I did to him last time.
Let's see here. That's your Golden Boy move. Let me look it up.
It's when you keep a promise or follow through on a threat you made on camera, roll plus look.
All right, we'll do that at the beginning of the next show. That'll be like your highlight reel is something you did in the meantime.
All right, I get that.
All right?
Cool.
Okay. So real quick, no one has 4 audience. No one
really?
has 4 heat.
We
Yeah.
didn't get to 4 heat with fight?
Nope.
Huh.
I have Wolf has 3 with Rooster. Rooster has 3 with Cowboy, and Cowboy has 3 with Rooster.
How many do I have with Wolf?
3.
I think I have 3.
Let's see.
I have
Rooster,
2.
I have 2 with Wolf from Rooster.
I thought I generated heat with him during the fight.
You have
we
2
lose
with
it,
Wolf,
or-
and you have 3 with Cowboy.
Okay. I thought it was like one-sided, like I gain heat with him and he gains heat with me, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
it is one-sided. I think you gained 1 heat with him, but you only had 1 to start with. You had 2 with Cowboy.
Oh, okay, all right then.
All right.
So I have 3 with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right. So, again, anyone watching, if you'd like to suggest matches for next time, let us know in chat. I will certainly write it down. We're going to take our break, I guess. Dave, I think that's right? All right, cool, because we're like last time.
Yeah, we will be back in 3 to 5, guys. Don't go anywhere. We've got another 2 hours of this hot, sticky mess to play when we get back. So, yeah, enjoy the break music. We'll be back.